Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was just drawing on my elf magic message board, which...
I used to love those.
Yeah, remember these?
They're cool. Although they were annoying.
And it says at the bottom, naughty elves love good children. And it says, simply write your message on the board with the elf scriber. It's not a pencil, it's a scriber. Provided, pull out from the right to erase old messages. So basically, I think with this, you leave it out with a message for the elves at Christmas.
At Christmas. And what did you write?
I've written that.
Chair sausage equals you. Chair sausage equals you.
The message for the elves. They'll know.
Chair sausage equals you. Chair sausage equals. Chair sausage equals you. Chair sausage equals you. I don't understand. What is it, a rude thing?
Did you ever have an Etch-A-Sketch?
Chair sausage. It sounds like it's probably some sort of rude thing that I don't understand.
Okay, this video isn't about my message to the elves.
Okay.
Hey lads, do you hear that? That wee bastard Mr. Biffo called us a chair sausage again.
Let me ask you a question.
Please do.
Did you ever have an Etch-A-Sketch?
I did. I think I got one for Christmas.
Would you like to talk about it at length for half an hour so I don't have to do it?
Oh, well, I see that you prepared many words.
I'll let you
share.
Just put these up.
The slides, PowerPoint.
Sorry, this sounds like I don't... Oh, God, my leg's gone to sleep.
What's happening?
It's gone completely to sleep. I'm always sitting on it.
I don't know what to do. Oh, it's okay. Wow.
Oh, I can't feel my foot.
Were you sitting on it for the whole time?
Yes.
Oh, that's not.
Well, I've noticed in a lot of the other videos I slouch, and it makes me look fat.
Do you know what? You can get one of those belt things that. Oh, were you okay?
Yes, that's better.
You can get one of those belt things that one of our daughters asked for Christmas, and it's like it goes around your shoulders and it pulls your shoulders back, and helps you sit up straight.
That seems excessive, and it seems unnecessary in a video that's about Etch-A-Sketch.
It's better than killing your foot. And then shrieking.
What was I talking about? Etch-A-Sketch.
You've written notes.
So what do you remember about your Etch-A-Sketch?
It was fun but frustrating.
Yes.
Frustrating to the max. What I really truly wanted was one of those. It wasn't the Etch-A-Sketch. It was the one that you draw on with a pen, and then it had the buttons that you can.
The light bright.
Magnadoodle. I really wanted a Magnadoodle.
Oh, I love my niece's Magnadoodle.
I got an Etch-A-Sketch, and I learnt to love the Etch-A-Sketch, even though
I really wish I hadn't sat on my foot.
Oh, no.
Etch-A-Sketch.
Still tied score. And here's the tie-breaking question for Penella with her magic Etch-A-Sketch and her opponent Maximilian with his magnetic Magna-Sticks. Ready? Draw or build the biggest animal in the jungle. It's the elephant. They're both right. How do they do it? Etch-A-Sketch draws and writes like magic. Turn the knobs and the lines go up and down and all around. No crayons, no chalks, never any mess. Turn Etch-A-Sketch upside down and shake and everything disappears.
Here's one that I bought off of eBay. It's an old one from the 60s.
Ancient one.
Do you know what these children were called?
Maggie and Dudley.
No.
Oh, no. Well, that's the wrong toy. Etchelin and Sketcher.
Close, but that's Spitty and Gutting.
You've stolen that from your sister.
I did. My sister had two imaginary friends when she was growing
How many
up.
years ago? Spitty and Gutting live on through us.
Yeah, and they were called Spitty and Gutting.
They might be here right now.
Which I always imagined Gutting. Spitty spat a lot. Gutting.
Yeah, whenever Spitty talked, it was like someone get an umbrella.
And Gutting was
like had a guttural voice.
But no, Gutting was German, and he disapproved of Spitty.
What you're doing, Spitty? You're spit everywhere.
Sorry to our German viewers. I know there's a few of you. whatever. I
Blame
don't
it
care.
on-
You can do an
blame
English
it on
accent.
Gautier.
I don't care. Right, so Etch-A-Sketch.
Yes.
This 60s one, this isn't original. This 60s one is really cool. It came with, and I don't know why the ones I had growing up, Chiam now, why the ones I had up didn't have this, but it comes with games that you overlay.
What?
I know, what a genius idea.
That's so clever.
That you overlay on the Etch-A-Sketch screen, so like a
Yeah.
maze and stuff like that. To try and draw your way through, which isn't easy with an Etch-A-Sketch, given that you can only do right angles.
Yeah.
But we'll look at that in a minute.
Etch-A-Sketch is definitely an exercise in skill and patience.
Yes, which of course
Which
you and I are known for.
Which is probably why I was given it. It's like you must develop some skill and patience.
It's not a thing to give to people with ADHD, really, is it? I mean, I must have had one, but I don't remember getting it.
I did end up. I really loved mine.
I certainly played with them, but
I don't remember what I draw on it, but I did enjoy
lines. I mainly drew lines on mine. Like,
it. Don't have much choice.
yeah, kind of square sine waves. That's what I did. Well, let's how much do you know about the origins of the Etch-A-Sketch, Sanja?
0.
Well, they were invented by this man. I can't pronounce his name because it's very French.
Oh, please pronounce it.
Andre, I can say that.
Yeah.
CASSAGNEYS. Andre
sorry?
CASSASSAGNEYS.
Okay.
Andre CASSAGNEYS. CASSAGNEYS.
Cassagnes. I'm not going to butcher his surname.
Andre Cassagnes.
And that's it's kind of, we're going to have a look at that.
Someone's practiced their S's on this.
Oh, cool S's.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Right, this pattern, you can't see it, right? They've done a pattern here. I'll put it up on screen now. Right, when I was at school in Mrs. Brooks's class, right, we were told to design a pattern for a canal boat, right? And I designed that. Okay, really cool. And everyone went, that's really cool. And Philip Douche, that was literally his name, Philip Douche, right? He would draw it down and he took it up to show Mrs. Brooks. And Mrs. Brooks said, Philip, that's brilliant. Look, everyone, look at the design that Philip Douche has done. What a douche. Can you believe that? That was twice he did that. Another time, right? He did... Anyway, no, I'm getting distracted. Etch-A-Sketch, right.
Just like, this is why it's dangerous to get stuff off eBay because you can get, like...
It probably belonged to Philip
flashbacks.
Douche and he was practising it. You know, never told anyone this scribble on here was my idea. I'm going to copyright that design.
Oh, bit
Right.
late.
Andre Cassagnes of France, right?
Yeah.
He was... He had a flower allergy, a bit like you. So
not flowers. The flowers.
no, a flour allergy,
Like-
like gluten intolerance,
Yeah.
basically. So he couldn't work in his family bakery,
Une baguette.
I know.
right, which led him to inventing the Etch-A-Sketch. He worked for a company that produced picture frame covers using aluminium powder.
Wow.
Yes, and one day, Cassagnes was performing a routine installation of a factory light switch plate, and the plate covering was wrapped in a translucent decal, so like a bit of... you know,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Right. During the installation, Cassagnes removed the decal and wrote on it with a pencil. He quickly
Right.
noticed the image transferred to the opposite face of the decal, because it obviously had aluminium on it. So he thought, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cooler than gluten. Which incidentally I hate. Sorry to our French viewers. I don't actually know if we've got anyone that's French that watches
We
us.
don't anymore.
But again, feel free to make fun of my accent. My wife does it all the time.
Do I?
Yeah. Do I? Do I? You make fun of my voice. Do we go?
What did I do
hello.
to deserve that?
Hello, mate. How are you doing?
I do not say, how are you doing? I say, all right, mate.
All right, mate.
But I didn't say...
Make me sound like Bernard Bresslaw.
I've never said that was your voice. I've never said that was me copying
It's the
you.
voice of my people. The British. All right, mate. Right, so Andre Cassagnes, he thought this was quite a discovery, and off the back of it, he invented a prototype Etch-A-Sketch, which he called, I believe, the Telecran.
You're laughing at his name.
Yeah, which is still what it's called in France today.
He did like a nice name for it, and you're just like treating it as a joke. How rude.
The Telecran.
Oh, cran.
Yeah, as
Like
in,
cranny.
Like cranny. The Telecranny. So it's the way Etch-A-Sketch works. It coats the inside. The reason why you shake it to get the picture away, to erase the picture, is because it has aluminium powder inside, and it's got a system of levers and pulleys when you twiddle the knobs,
Wow.
which scratch an image on the powder that coats the inside of the well, it used to be a glass screen. Now
Doesn't
it's plastic.
sound safe.
It doesn't sound safe, does it? But the design has barely changed over the years. The only thing that has changed, what's his name, Cassagnes' original design had a joystick rather than the nobules. And the only thing that's changed is it used to have a glass screen, but of course that would get broken, and kids would slice their heads off. So Cassagnes, he unveiled his prototype at the 1959 Nuremberg Toy Fair.
Wow.
Yes, lots of things happened in Nuremberg, didn't they? Many years ago. So he was turned down by everyone at the time, but some months later, the Ohio Toy Company, no, sorry, I tell a lie, the Ohio Art Company, which had seen it at the time, changed their minds, and they put it out, and it became one of the first, in 1960, the Christmas 1960, it became one of the first toys ever advertised on television, and became massive that Christmas.
Wow. Hang on, what came first, the Magnadoodle or the Etch-A-Sketch?
Etch-A-Sketch.
Oh, Etch-A-Sketch came before the
Yeah,
Magnadoodle.
Magnadoodle, I think, was like a sort of 80s toy.
I had to buy Magnadoodles for my kids because it was like...
You wanted one.
Yeah.
I used to pretend...
It's like, I love Magnadoodle so much.
I used to pretend, as I did with Etch-A-Sketch, that my niece's Magnadoodle was a computer screen and play Star Wars with it.
Oh, did you?
But I did with the Etch-A-Sketch, which, interestingly, the reason the Etch-A-Sketch is... Let's get it out. The reason the Etch-A-Sketch is designed the way it is precisely because it was designed...
That is smaller than I remember it.
Yeah. It's exactly the same size as I remember it.
Oh, you've got...
Perhaps you were standing closer to it than I was.
Maybe.
Well, let's look at that in a minute. The reason Etch-A-Sketch is designed like this is it was specifically designed to look like a television.
Wow, this box
Okay,
smells
stop
like
doing that
ancient
because you're
cardboard.
It is ancient cardboard. It was designed to look like a TV because that year, 59, at the end of the 50s, France had a boom in television sales, and it was attempted to capitalise on that. I didn't know. Oh, look, one's black knob and a white knob. I only remember it having white knobs.
Oh, I was going to say I only remember mine having black ones, but maybe they were white and I misremember.
Yeah. That's interesting what I've drawn there.
And your knobs have numbers on them.
Yeah, I know. What is that? That's a lot more...
I don't remember that either.
Well, this says it's a new improved Etch-A-Sketch.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, Cassagnes isn't actually listed on the patent for this because he couldn't afford to patent it. So he got a guy called Paul Chase to give him the money. So consequently, Chase and his accountant, Arthur Grandjean... Why do these people have such terrible names? Oh, they're French. Okay, terrible to pronounce if you're English, names. Arthur Grandjean filed the patent, which is why he's often listed as the inventor of the Etch-A-Sketch, whereas it was in fact Andre Cassagnes.
So he gets no credit for his
Well, he does get credit because I think it's been it's generally been considered now, but for a long time it wasn't Andre Cassagnes who got the credit. It was the accountant Arthur Grandjean.
The accountant got all the credit. To be fair, accountants don't get enough credit in life, do they?
So in 1965, apparently, despite the fact Etch-A-Sketch was extremely popular, Chase Lange got Cassagnes to relinquish all his rights to the Etch-A-Sketch, except for sales in France, for which he was paid $10,000, and that was the extent of the money. Yeah. Whereas Chase was getting $60,000 a year in royalties from sales.
Wow, that's
So
a scandal.
when it was patented by Gannon, he called it the magic screen in French, which is why EtchASketch still has the words magic screen on it. So it's a magic EtchASketch screen. Cassagnes,
Yes.
he went on to invent a couple of other things.
Did he? What did he invent?
Well, he invented a thing called the Teleguide, which was some sort of remote control metal car type thing.
As a toy?
As a toy.
Oh, okay, not like
The Teleguide in France.
A real one.
He became the biggest kite manufacturer in France. He's famous for his kites. That's
him.
That's like his main thing. But he had another crack.
My main thing.
It's my main thing. I do kites. My name's Kitus. Kiteris. That's my main thing. Right, but he had another crack at the magnetic, not magnetic, are they? Aluminium powder thing. With this, the Skadoodle, which came out, I think this came out in was it the 80s? I'll put the date up now. This actually came out quite late.
It's very steampunky.
And this was a lot closer to his original original prototype. Look at that. How cool is that? We'll get a video of that. It is really steampunky. But the thing with the Skadoodle is you could draw circles on it.
How do you clear it? Do you shake it still?
Exactly the same way. Exactly the same way.
I like that.
It looks like an oscilloscope. But it also came with these, I haven't quite figured out. Oh yeah, so you came with these shapes. And you put the shapes on there. And then you can draw stars and things by moving the joystick
That is really cool.
around. And one of the shapes, my favourite shape perhaps, is this.
Oh dear. Of course it is. That's actually an option?
Yeah.
Wow.
You can make a penis. Skadoodle. Andre Cassagnes. No, who was this? Yeah, it was him. Andre Cassagnes.
Yeah.
Dirty boy. The dirty boy. Andre the Dirt. So there we are. So that was his second attempt at making a drawing toy. However, EtchASketch continued even without him at the helm. Look at you. Yes, we'll get some footage of that later. There were a few other versions that came out. There's this one, which is the EtchASketch Colour. Now, this actually is quite interesting. It doesn't come with any paper, but it does show you actually quite well how the EtchASketch mechanism works. Sanja, look.
Whoa!
So this is basically it. But the difference with the colour is that you put these.
Where's the aluminium powder?
Well, I thought these were going to be crayons. Don't know what they are.
Oops.
What the hell? Oh, great. I don't know what this is. Well, you put a bit of paper on here.
Yeah.
Oh, these are meant to be pens, but they've run out of ink. Or something.
Oh, so it's not.
So
there's no aluminium in these, and you
No.
don't.
So what you do is you put a sheet of paper on there.
Right.
And put the coloured pens on there.
Oh, I see.
And it would draw in colour. But it uses exactly the same technology in terms of the pulley system.
Oh yeah, and it's made by Ohio Art.
Well, Ohio Art again.
There you
So
go.
there was that version. Will you pass us the one at the back there? This is your Patreon funds. That's what they go to.
EtchASketch Freestyle.
EtchASketch Freestyle.
New Etch-A-Sketch Freestyle. Shake up your imagination. Draw, stamp, create. Etch-A-Sketch Freestyle. Draw, stamp, create. Now shake it up and draw it again. Etch it. What are you gonna draw? From the makers of the original Etch-A-Sketch, it's new Etch-A-Sketch Freestyle, each sold separately from Spin Master.
Is this another thing to draw on paper?
Let's get it out. It's all sealed. This was a relatively recent one, I believe. It's quite simple to my elf. Quite similar to my elf thing. It's quite cool though. Look at that. And it's coloured underneath. It's like the old. Did you ever do the thing with wax where you do? I would do like rainbow colours with wax crayons.
Yeah,
and then you'd cover it over with black, and then you'd scratch.
Oh,
this is essentially
that was my
same,
favourite thing to do ever.
Same idea. I don't know how you clear it.
What's on the back? The grid.
Well, I don't know what's going on. What? It's battery powered.
What?
What? Why is it battery powered? This is a surprise to me.
It's got batteries. No.
Yeah, it's got batteries in it. Right. Okay. I guess we need to look at the instructions. Maybe it lights
they're
up.
Here.
Oh. It shakes like a.
Oh, look! You can do dot to dot.
Oh, wait a minute. That's see-through. I can see through this.
It's.
So, put these on.
Oh,
there.
it lights it, does it?
I'm not entirely sure. Because the screen is... What the hell is the screen made out of?
It's got a guide for how to draw a monkey or a dot to dot tiger.
This is actually smarter than I thought it was. It's too dark in here. I can't read what that says.
Do you want me to read it?
Yes, please.
Oh, it just says on back. Press erase button for instant erase.
Where's the erase button?
On the back.
That?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's it.
Wow, that's really smart.
What do we do?
Oh
with
my
these?
god,
Like this?
that's so clever. Look at this. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Right.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll find the button. I forgot where it is.
Ooh.
That's
Magic.
smart tech.
You can.
Look at this. Like, I've drawn
Draw
this
a
dude,
puppy?
and now I go, there he goes. Look.
The ghost of Spitty and Gutting.
And then look. Doosh. That's really clever.
That's really cool.
That's like about 100 times smarter than I thought it was. So that's got to be liquid crystal in the screen, presumably. So how the hell does that work? Because you're drawing on it and you're making marks on it, and then the liquid crystal is
It's gone.
That's
It's gone.
really.
What do you do with
really
these?
clever.
So like,
Well, I guess you can draw. It's showing you how to draw a dog. So you
Yeah.
put that on the back,
Where do you put
and that
it?
you'll see. Well, oh look, you could draw your dinner.
Oh, I see.
So, like, there's a dinner
Oh, it's
plate.
got like a little.
There's my plate,
Notch
and
that
I'm going
you-
to draw my dinner. Look.
What are you having for dinner, Paul?
Poo. Not funny, is it? It's juvenile. It's gone now. I've eaten it all. That's good.
I like that. That's
That
a great
is
toy.
surprisingly good. I don't know when that came out.
And
I'll
it's
put that up on
lasted
the screen.
through the years because
Well,
I'd still love this.
I'm keeping that.
Yeah,
I
let's
thought
keep
most of
it.
these we were going to stick back on eBay, but I'm actually keeping that. I think that's really smart. So that's relatively new. Made by the new company Spin Master, which is the company that currently owns Etch-A-Sketch.
EtchASketch.
Now, before we move on to the next product,
Look, the little cards fit nicely within the little
yeah,
whatever they are.
I mean, Etch-A-Sketch is still now a top seller, but it went through a period in the late 80s, early 90s, where sales declined quite
That's
dramatically.
quite sad. Why did they decline?
Well, what do you think was going on in the late 80s and early
nuclear
90s?
Cold War, like
Do you
fear
think,
of a nuclear
and
war.
you think that's why Etch-A-Sketch sales declined?
Not coronavirus cough.
Because of nuclear war?
No, the threat of nuclear war.
No,
Cold War.
It was due to Nintendo and Game Boys and video games and things like that. Nothing to do with those accursed Ruskies. The Reds under my bed. You ever have any Reds under your bed? So the Ohio Art Company attempted to compete with the Soviet Union by releasing a bunch of electronic versions of the Etch-A-Sketch. Now I'm going to do a separate video on this. It's not going to, but this is the Etch-A-Sketch animator. And they released 2 versions of this. This was the first one, and it works very, very similarly to the classic Etch-A-Sketch, although the knobs are a bit loose. And I've really enjoyed playing with this because I used to work on the scoreboard at Wembley Stadium, and it's basically works exactly the same way. You've got 12 frames of animation, which you can double up to 96 frames, and you can make horses run and stuff like that.
That is so cool.
It's really cool. But then they released a follow-up. Oh God!
It's alive. What does it say? The animator.
Yeah.
Whoa.
There you go. It hasn't got an off button.
It doesn't.
You have to just leave it for 3 minutes.
It's got an on button. Oh, I see.
And it's
it
really
just switches
stupidly
itself
noisy.
off.
So they released a follow-up to that called the Animator 2000 in the late 80s, which was effectively a console, and it came in like a clamshell design that had replaceable cartridges.
And it's for you to animate.
You can still animate on it, but
images.
it had 4 games: flight sim, a racing game, a golf game, and a puzzle game. Suffice to say, you don't ever hear about the Animator 2000 when people are talking about the history of handheld video games, so it didn't do very well. In 2004 was their next attempt, which was a thing called an Etch-A-Sketch ETO or ETO, which was basically a plug and play art device, a bit like sort of Mario Paint or something like that, which you plug into your telly. But the turning point for Etch-A-Sketch when its fortunes reversed was, you want to hazard a guess? What turned its fortunes around again?
The end of the Cold War threat.
Yes, the end of the Cold War threat, which coincided as well with the release of the Toy Story movie, which featured the Etch-A-Sketch.
Who would have thought?
Yeah,
what a coincidence.
And that was the sales went through the roof.
Right.
As a result.
How are they doing these days? Do you know?
They're still going. I mean, obviously releasing things like that Etch-A-Sketch colour. They've just released a new one called an Etch-A-Sketch Revolution, which is another thing, which seems to be the thing that everyone kind of complains about when it comes to Etch-A-Sketch. You can't draw circles.
Right.
But it's similar to the Skadoodle thing that Andre
that with the
did.
joy
Yeah,
stick.
it's always similar in the sense that it allows you to draw in a sort of spirograph kind of way.
Right.
Circles.
So you can draw circles.
Yeah,
Messy
kind of. It's not
wobbly
quite
circles.
the same.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. Here's some more facts. The Ohio Art Company started in 1908. Oh yeah, this was interesting. The Ohio Art Company it started in 1908 by a dentist who used his plaster casting skills to make novelty picture frames.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of novelty picture frames?
Flowers. Teeth, horrible teeth.
Just
teeth and gums and
I want this picture frame to look like gums.
an uvula. In 2001, Ohio Art moved its production line to China because its workforce was aging.
Right.
Because 75% of its employees had been with the company for 50 years.
Wow.
And they couldn't find young people with the same set of skills, so they had to bugger off to China.
Wow.
There you go. There's some facts.
That is that's cool facts, bro.
Some cool facts. We were going to do some other bits, but I think we're going to do this as a two-part
But we were
video
gonna
because
try
this has
and
gone on
draw-
for half an hour already.
Oh, has it? Oh, okay.
So
I did want to see you attempt to draw the Mona Lisa, though.
well, we'll do that in our follow-up video where we shall do Etch-A-Sketch art.
Okay.
We're not saying part 1 and part 2 because we know what people like, and
Right.
they'll go, "Oh, no, I didn't talk to you." It's that second part.
I'm sorry? That sounded like Venus was coming out.
It did a bit. Sorry, in my head it was Wurzel Gummidge.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yes.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed that trawl through Etch-A-Sketch history.
Etch-A-Sketch. Which
where
is
we
your
shall be-
favourite Etch-A-Sketch of
My
the...
favourite is that
the-
Etch-A-Sketch colour one. Is it the colour?
Yeah.
No, Etch-A-Sketch freestyle. I
That
love that.
I have to say, for me, it is between Etch-A-Sketch Freestyle and this one.
You like that, the Skadoodle.
Skadoodle. I just think that's awesome because you can do circles. And it just looks cool.
I'm very impressed with all of those.
Yeah.
We're going to open
We
up
love
an
you,
Etch-A-Sketch, aren't we?
Etch-A-Sketch. Yes.
Did you know there's no word in the English language that rhymes with Etch-A-Sketch?
What about Hetchametch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Etcha. I'm not saying that.
Oh, God. What?
Bye, everyone.
Bye.